Alright, let's do this chat room. That, of course, was Chill Cartoon Vibes. Go check out their channel. Let's get straight to it, shall we? It's time for the Dienda. It's time for the power. Okay. Hold on, I have to make a couple of more adjustments. I'll be glad when my fucking throat isn't killing me. Ugh. All right. Here we go.
Slippery slope.
Greetings and salutations, Haven.
I salute.
Britney
Hello.
Spears was a pioneer, though.
You don't know
Okay.
what's about to hit you. You're clueless.
Okay.
Brian Late, I was making out with the. I don't even know if I can say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spark
That's
joy.
next time.
Considering what we were talking
You'll
about, I'm
find
gonna
out
say
next
no.
time on Sagas and Solace.
Wow.
All right. Who wants to hit me with the recap?
I volunteer.
Okay.
Alrighty. Jesus Christ, how do I start this? Okay. Oh, one second. I'm fucking nervous. Okay.
He's lighting his cigarette. He's getting character.
On the last episode of Sagas and Solace, Marlowe reflects on talks with Cornelius, and in so one of his refractions. Far from the shores of Moazgadan, a young 500-year-old kitsune named Phoenix Shadowflame softly preens his fur in the rolling wheat fields of the southern province. Stretching his arms, he blushes to himself as his J-cup breasts softly bounce in accordance. Thoughts of the canonical planet Pluto gently muse in his mind, the ivory skin of the kitsune revealing a small glimpse into the network of veins gently resting beneath his chest, rhythmically pumping blood from his kokoro to every region of his body. The gaijin used to call him Iru Degoroso Taison-sama. Marlowe will shake himself out of his stupor, a sweet dream of hope of what could have been. A life better than the Solace scraped together amongst a band of neurodivergent zombies. He includes himself in this analysis. Worries someone like Chrome would most likely never have the explorative imagination to fret about. He reflects upon the recent events of the Hillylock's Faygate, a quiet place in a land that isn't worth saving despite the land itself screaming out to be saved. She yawns. He's reminded of a sound. The moon rang like a bell. The sun sets in silence, a forgettable orange. So many painters try and photorealize before the moment is gone. The man writes to himself softly. Inspiration?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were done. I was waiting for the
Show
other
of
dagger to
hands.
stab me in the throat.
Yeah, I see Arcadum
So,
speaking.
you
I can
can't-
put my
Show
headset hands, back
To
on.
be clear, you cannot create a refraction of a character you have not played with me. Which
on the
is
wiki.
both a good... I don't fucking care if it's on the wiki, Luke.
It's in my backstory.
You want to fucking play that character? You're gonna fucking play it. Alright? Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yawn.
I was
Jiggle.
ready for it, but I also wasn't ready for it. I knew it was happening.
Unprepared.
Okay, so my headset is
His
back
Kokoro.
on.
God. Fucking Waymaker muting out of rage is a good one.
I make art, people hate me. I don't know.
I don't get it, guys.
I felt, yes, good.
Yeah, the Vegeta frown gif. It's like, Huh. Okay.
Okay.
I feel better now. Thank you, Luke, for that recap.
Masterpiece. The word you're looking for is masterpiece.
One. One in acrylion.
All I have to say is, Doi Doitashimashite? Doitashimashite?
Oh. He's out of line, but he's right.
Oh, jeez. Whew.
Kill me now.
All right. So, anyway, I believe it was discussed that you wish to do a special episode today. Is that so?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, we will do it. I think when's the best time for them to do this?
We had just returned from there, and we were basically getting ready to do, I think, just talks with the locals. Like,
Yeah, but I'm trying to make sure that this is in line with what Waymaker wanted to do too.
Oh, I don't have to do it today.
Okay. Well, if you're alright with that, then
Yeah, I'm alright with it.
returning to Charizard. Then
Are you short-circuited after
returning
that? Like, I
to
don't
your
blame you.
Kokoro,
Kokoro.
your Keikaku will be.
Babaka?
Okay.
Your hair was on.
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I did this. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's my fault.
I didn't throw gasoline on a fire, right?
Hey, Craig, why don't you go make some more undead to tell you how great you are?
I mean,
Is
they're doing
that
a
what
better
they were
job
doing?
with Barrel. They did.
You literally silenced Barrel.
Yes.
You know that prom thing I was talking about? That's you and Beryl.
That's you and All right,
I
so
want to go away.
you guys are back in Charizard. Charizard?
Charizard. Shiny.
Yeah. So, your Charmander turns into a Charmeleon, which turns into a Charizard. And as you're back there in your stone sanctuary... hold on, let me double check this. I have to make sure this timing is correct.
I think I put my helmet back on.
Okay, here we go. As Sagas and Solace return to the Stone Sanctuary to make their preparations with speaking with the locals of Hillylocks and for Twilight Mouse to explore her backstory, Laza will call out, "Mr. Marlowe! I sense energies! Someone is coming!"
Is it the Silver Star folks?
No, it's someone else. About to say, be mature, but you didn't do anything, so.
Laza, is that an ejaculation joke? You should be mature, Laza.
Yeah. That's... Alright. As the energies begin to spark within the stone sanctuary, slowly, the swirling stone and dust reveal the following. You will see the following creatures appear before you. Hold on, the map isn't changed for them. Okay. There you go, chat room. Sorry about that. And these creatures appear. Alright, everyone pause, as I need to do some manual labor here and drag people up here.
Is that a dog?
I said pause.
Hey, I want to pet that dog. Can I pet that dog?
Go.
You guys want to trade animals?
Jesus.
You can have the barrel. I'll take the dog.
Okay.
Dude.
Twilight Mouse for 8 gold.
At this time, the magics will shift and fade, and new creatures will appear before you. What you see before you is a motley crew of 6, each with their own personalities, backstories, and you will sense within them the same flicker, the traveler's soul. So, real quick before we continue, let us go over cameo rules. Bound and Broken are guests during Sagas and Solace's time. So, Sagas and Solace have priority over any RP and things that they want to do because it is their time. But otherwise, you are allowed to interact with each other as you see fit. As to the regard, any sorts of checks or things like that done against or towards each other are determined by players, and I will only get involved if PvP is required. That being said, Bound and Broken appear in the Stone Sanctuary having recited the song. This is moments after their encounter with the Orange. And begin.
Druid. Mr. What was your name?
Fane.
Remember to use your talkie things if you are not Sagas and Souls.
Sort of
What
looking
button was that
around.
again?
T.
It's T.
Sort of looking around as we arrive here. You'll notice Fane is leaning heavily on a staff that he has produced. But he will step forward.
Nar will cover her face with a rag.
Greetings.
Welcome to the Stone Sanctuary. It's a place where we can discuss. Greetings as well.
This is not quite what I expected. My presumption was a sending of sorts, a
A
communion.
little dirty.
Marlo will raise an eyebrow then.
Apologies to interrupt this, but Laza, can you detect for any other masters or anyone who else be trying to track this place? I don't want to repeat.
Already on it, Mr. Gruel. It seems that they are clean. However, I sense the presence of one of the colors upon them. The same orange energy we felt before.
Nar steps forward. Do we now? Alright.
We have recently had an encounter with such a color. The second of which with that particular one.
Usually I'd be up for more formal introductions, but is there something that we should know for our own safety?
No, the issue is resolved, and we saw it fit to make contact as your messages and this. He will reach into his cloak and produce the acorn. Leads to an interesting confluence of interests.
The elf
And with
speaks
stuff-
true, Mr. Marlowe. I believe it is safe to converse with them. I shall remain vigilant, and Laza will begin to cast a spell. Those of you that don't know Laza can make an Arcana check if you'd like to identify it.
Yes.
You will sense powerful emanations coming outwards from Laza. His magic is perhaps even stronger than the Archdruid. You can sense that it is a potent divination and abjuration spell. One to keep safe the area from prying eyes and invading presences.
I take it you, Laza was the name you said, are the reason our archdruid could not determine much about Marlowe.
Laza will only nod and concentrate upon his spell.
They will not.
And that would be me.
Also, he's
Marlowe
an
the
elephant
Bard.
man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, that's,
important.
Skinwalker! Baby! Anyway, go ahead.
I'm pacing. I'm pacing, like, around the group. Just kind of slowly. But I'm also magic sensing.
Forgive me. We should get
You can make a
some,
drawing if you want.
some introductions done. You all know, as I've mentioned, I'm Fane, and he will turn to his birdie for them to speak.
Alright. Elsie would look towards the strafing halfling behind her. How about you first, friend? I find it a lot easier to trust someone who's behind the back whenever I know their name.
As you two look at each other, you will sense that you are both the right kind of person.
Very well. I am the Twilight Mouse.
Indeed, you're very small.
Yes, I am.
Charmed. Elsie Rowan. A pleasure.
A pleasure.
I am Caspian.
You can call me Mazakin.
Alright, I'm Wilhelm, and he will just wave.
Who's also a half.
Yes, he is. I can see that.
Simon, do you need someone to herald you?
What do you mean?
A grander introduction, perhaps. Should I tell them to take off their shoes?
What, is he a noble or something?
Something of the sort. The son of a prominent merchant.
Adopted
It's
son,
not
we should add.
That's incredibly rude. Anyway, and whom am I speaking with? Marlowe.
I'm Marlowe. These are my friends.
Marlowe what?
Companions, known as the Carnelian Circle. I am not enough.
Laza will smile when Marlowe says friends.
Name's
We're
Na.
searching for the right.
Pleasure.
From the laying down position, Chrome will say, I'm Venif, dear. And this is breakfast.
Oink! However, Mazakine will hear, charmed, I'm sure.
She will immediately raise her hand to her forehead.
Why are you charmed? Anyway.
Because Chrome can understand.
Thane is looking at Suig.
My eyes are darting to Swig.
Yes. Hello, I'm Stuig, arch druid of this place.
All right.
No, Brown Grove.
Hold that. Bane, make a
Hold that
an
thought there.
Arcana check.
Yeah.
At least one of those things is true.
Mm.
Possibly all of them.
Is it the druid part instead of the arch part?
Who knows?
Archdruid is a single word, so...
He did say owner of a grove, too.
It is a pleasure to meet a fellow druid. An elven, at that. Oh, I am honored. Would you like a cup of tea?
Sorry.
I pray there is no malice in such denominations. I would drink some tea if you wish to serve it. You are the archroot of this place? Of this small stone?
No, not the stone. The grove outside in Moascadon.
Yeah, we're located currently in a space between spaces, but there's a bigger space that we also own. That's at a place called Moascadon. Are you familiar with the location?
When we were speaking to the Archdruid, there was a dwarven delegation, a Lord Emberdane, whom recognized the name. It seems he intends to inquire with Demon's Deep about your occupation of a dwarven city.
No, it's good to hear. We haven't heard from them yet.
You have planted a grove, and this acorn has come from letters you have sent, along with sendings. Where have you gotten this? If those in the City of Glass could not recognize its origin, how do you possess such magic?
I think getting down to business is a prudent thing to do, and I guess here is as good a place to start as any. We were given these acorns by a creature from the Feywild. Are you familiar with that? What that is?
A secondary plane mischievous. Yeah, somewhat.
A massive frog man told me that it was the sun, apparently, but you are correct in that for the most part.
He'll blink.
This creature known as the Hatter Mad made herself aware to us. She arrived to us and gave us these acorns. They were given to us alongside riddles and some insights about the natural cycle of the Feywild, and suggested that we plant them. We've been distributing these acorns to people who have potential, as we have come to learn. And you were one of those people. We'd been spying on you for a brief moment, I suppose, at a different library. And I took the initiative to throw in a letter and an acorn.
And is that... Okay, let's start with this. Because this warning and your communications were so close together, is that Fae known as the Hatter Mad the one that whispered within my mind telling me to be prepared, that I am not alone, that they are watching?
That would have been me.
That was, yes.
You really could not have been more
Nice
vague with your
I
choice
was
of words.
unaware that I was capable of such things. It was a spur of the moment, and I figured your safety was more important than a conversation.
We did manage to heed that warning and avoid an ambush. So thank you. But back to business. Our original destination was the Isle of Mana in the northwest. It was mentioned in your letter, so I assume you have some knowledge of it. But now...
Correct.
Now there's a secondary delegation going there to support one Gerbron Shadow and his expedition of the place. I would ask if you have an acorn to spare, that I might return with it, that delegation may carry it to the Isle in order to fulfill the task of the Linux stabilization. It is a large request, I understand, but it feels important.
Well, it seems that we're on the same page. We had met with another group similar to yours and had already given them an acorn. Yeah, they made it to the island and are currently there at the moment.
Good. At least that basis is covered. There's a lot to go over. It was mentioned the orange, so you understand the colors and whatever significance they may have. That is one point. If you have information on the east, I suppose that is our next point. Let's start with colors. And what exactly are they?
Nar will raise her hand and be like, I have at least had dealings with the orange myself. So I understand where you're coming from.
I assume equally as unpleasant as ours.
I'm not so sure. Mine seemed necessary. Marlo, you're foreign, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. Colors are a sort of like a building block of the world. Right?
There is a way that I understand them, but it is from a poetic perspective, after listening to foreign bards, so to speak. If I might, I would paint a picture for you that perhaps would be more helpful, but perhaps not as informative as you'd hoped.
Anything is more than what we've managed to gather together.
At the root of everything, before even everything itself, I suppose, the roots of an imaginary tree burrow deep into an ocean that gnaws at the roots. The sea of what is collectively forgotten, so to speak. But for the tree, upon its branches are leaves, and many worlds and many thoughts. One of these leaves is Verum, unique in its structure. As the way that I envision it, there is a prism at its stem, and there's nothing prior or afterward that isn't covered in the light that is refracted from it. It acts as refracting potential into order. One way you could put it, it is the law of the land, but before laws could be written, I suppose.
Okay. The building blocks of everything. What is the colors correlation with the ley lines of Corvallis? Where is the overlap there?
I don't know if there is one.
We were informed by Cornelius of such things.
There's a little bit of one. Corvallis is numerical in its nature, much like every other continent on Verum, kind of like Calcatesh or Glaeus. Each have a number. With each, there is a stronger color.
There are several colors, and each one corresponding to a different number. Corvallis is the fifth and responds to the color orange.
Aye.
We can't really tell you if this is a chicken or egg thing.
I don't believe there's any need in knowing. But go ahead.
Looks at Caspian.
Hey.
Saul?
Yes, we've had an encounter with the orange, as Fein already revealed. And partly in reference to that, I suppose you could call it divination, of sorts, was attempted, which might have led to the surge of this plasmatic power. I saw a brief vision granted to me by a cavern within the city of glass, a cavern of dreams.
Is it like
Cavern of Dreams?
Like the dream?
As in the dream, yes. I am myself a cleric of woad.
Let's see if
I don't know what that is.
Marlo, religion check at advantage.
Ooh. And religion.
Oh yeah, but he's foreigner.
Oh, sorry.
Marlo, you know what that is.
Marlo will give a deep bow.
Also, the status of Ezekine and Woad are allies.
He will plot down the bow. Either way, perhaps it was my connection to the dream already present, but my peering went deeper than I believe was the intention of Father Fear. And I saw quite the scene.
It's a premonition?
Premonition. I suppose you could put it that way. The exact specifics are complicated, but it was like watching the end of the world.
You'd be able to write it down for me?
I suppose I could do that. But I will shortly iterate it in words. What I saw was the continent of Corvinus in ruin, the ley lines torn asunder through the ambition and the fighting of the wrestling for control, the deities here, outside presences and those within. Eventually that ambition boiled over, bathing the continent in an orange light. Within that light, life here perished, and then a most peculiar event. 3 hands latched onto the light, raising it up to an individual, a being who I could not discern, even in this state of divination.
The apprentices.
Oh no. Well,
Arlo will squint at the ground for a minute, collecting his thoughts.
Nar pales a little bit.
Quick warning of these colors. You speak of orange and ambition, which is of its nature. But I must warn you that, like any other power, it will destroy you if misused. But to be destroyed by a color is far worse a fate than any other, for it will attach itself to whatever it represents and destroy it through you. So orange will destroy any ambition that you held.
We are aware. We've already suffered slightly at the hands of such things. This wasn't our first encounter with the colors, but this was our most prominent encounter with the orange.
You have encountered others?
One. Twice now. Though from what Caspian has mentioned of his prayer. I do not wish to speak it easily. Is there parchment here?
I will walk over, hand you a
Plenty
piece
of
of
parchment
paper,
here.
ink.
He will write down VIOL and then stop writing.
Nar will just nod and look at it and be like, takes the parchment and scribbles in scratchy handwriting. You need RED.
Ben will nod, not quite understanding.
How I fought off the orange. Well, not really fought off, but convinced it.
He'll nod.
Probably a sense of balance, really. The colors themselves seem to have a natural state to them, each one balancing the other.
unfortunately, we had no such luxury. We had to use force to ward off whatever it was trying to manifest.
It is most likely because it is you that fought it that you were able to push it back. Beings like us are special.
Like,
do you mind if I inquire on this message you've just collaborated on? I don't understand what you're doing.
Who's Merla speaking to?
Narin Fane. He's kind of gesturing at both.
The parchment is in Nair's hand.
No, just kind of.
Yeah. That one, at least, we saw a being of it within the dream. And also, it is responsible for the eradication of the core history of the Druids in the West. The first seeding, such things are lost. With that being a scare across the history books, or it's more of a giant statue, but
the scar to the cross, to the triangle, yes.
Well, in either case, it was searching for something within the dream. I'm unsure of what. But that is where we first encountered such a thing.
Can you describe this violet creature?
I suppose so. Was a being very much manifested of the energy. Seemed to be composed of many different facets, a myriad of things, and most importantly of all, it had great power, and one that could, to be frank, cause such a similar disaster as I foresaw within a vision. But I believe this is not related to Orange.
No. Destruction, though.
It had the ability, if it were to kill somebody, or, well, yes, if it was to, devoid somebody, that one had an eye such as mine. It had the capability to cast some sort of... What was the terminology again?
No. Exterminatus.
Yes.
Nar looks at Caspian. Points to a wrapping over the right side of her face. Same problem as mine, eh?
I suppose. It first shattered when I banished that thing from the dream, and then a second time apparently when I got my little divination done, and when I confronted the Orange.
Mine was shattered by an experiment.
Were you able to glean the sorry to interrupt the flow of the conversation, but I do have to ask this. Were you able to glean the intent of that creature? Its purpose, I suppose?
Its purpose, at least, is to act as a failsafe. Somebody, upon Corvanus, or a group of people, removed a key or idol of sorts from a ruin, and it seemed to wake this entity from its slumber.
On that note, do you know if it was over the area of the dream that holds Corvanus?
It was entered from within Corvanus, so it most likely had to be. Additional to this, the creature, it was meant to, apart from a fail state, it was meant to apparently keep that which was forgotten. So
you know
should I
the
close
culprits
the portal
of
to the
this?
dream?
I don't think so.
Are you
I think we're
sure?
good, Shamba. Shamba, not Shamber.
How
Wrong
long
group.
ago did this happen?
Quite some time. Many months back, in fact.
I think Clover would have detected something, I suppose. I don't know if this is
Yeah, sorry.
cause for paranoia.
I'll
But
I'll
it
be
is your
paranoid.
circle, Swig. It's up to you, really.
Yes, I'll do something about it when we are done with these people.
The creature was banished from within a dream. I didn't know if it can exploit another opportunity to enter. I've seen a lot of disturbances within the dream of this continent already. I do not know if it is stable enough to hold back such a thing.
Yes. Well, to give you more insight onto what I'm referring to, the grove I've opened has a portal connecting to the dream, over these lands, the Twisting Pines. So I am paranoid as to if it were to enter the Twisting Pines in the dream, would it be able to enter from the dream into the waking realm?
You know the permanence of your banishment?
Well, to be quite honest, I do not even know where I sent it. It was... this is imagine the heat of the moment as the creature could seemingly eliminate all of us if our luck turned out any worse than it was.
You spoke of a temple. Do you have any other information on it? Descriptions in its area?
Mazakin, you received the vision of those pulling something from a temple. Do you have anything more?
Indeed. It was like a crystal, like a shard. They took with immense power. It's so long ago. It was somewhere in a swamp-like area.
Shard from a swamp. The Valorlands?
And you said this happened months ago.
Oh, it was way longer. I am not sure if I saw something recent or from even further in the past.
Do you recognize who took them? Faces, names, outlines, anything of the sort?
Looks at God.
I can't remember.
You never
Give
gave
me
us
the
descriptions, I don't think. You just said that she saw people. I don't even think we got
We should
races.
probably find these culprits. We'll do that some other time.
You don't have, if you don't remember, and if I didn't give you one, it's because I intended not to.
Okay, so it was just silhouettes pulling something from a temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see anything specific, no. Just a group of people. Jade silhouettes. Probably not even knowing what they have in hand.
Whoever it was, clearly created, well, according to what I managed to scour, the little knowledge I did, they created some sort of plasmatic disturbance. It was to remind us due to see it destroyed, moved or expunged, and forgotten.
Nora deep in her own
It's
thoughts.
words
Was
worth it.
that us?
Are we
Marlo will look relieved at that. Like, well,
Its intent was pretty clear. Something that is there should stay forgotten. And all who remember shall feel the consequences.
I suppose something to address before further conversation that might make this easier for us is, are you aware of the state of this continent? Its current trajectory and its past that isn't accounted by the Matherians?
We are aware of slumbering ancients that are allied with a fifth outlawed ancient that seem to be awakening, at least as Illum, the blue serpent herself, told to us. We know of the sickening ley lines and their odd planting by an individual with the name of Hordegast, if that means anything to you. We know of...
Fuck.
Yeah. Fane would say it.
Marlo, make me a character level check, please.
I will inspire that.
You can inspire that, but
Marlo puts his hand out.
give me a second. Fuck, god damn it.
I'm sorry if this causes issues.
No, it's just like, huh, what an interesting name. Marlowe seizuring on the floor.
I think I missed it.
Alright. Marlo. When the name is mentioned, you feel a very curious feeling come over you. Time seems to slow. You become aware of it. The stillness. Bane, still in the middle of his sentence. Laza concentrating. Your own body somehow suspended. And then you see it. A moth flutters across your vision. You see a vision of your own hands reaching out towards a black screen. Across it, letters, names, things written in a language that you don't understand, and then you see them shift from gibberish to true. Your hand moves across the screen. You see the name that has just been mentioned. As the hand that is your hand but not your hand moves and selects another option. The thread of fate grows taut. You return to your senses.
And his apparent construction of a spire upon the Isle of Mana. We know of Mytharians using blood magic, drawing power from the ley lines, using Enfanti technology that seems to have some pull on the threads of fate. There's a great many ailments here.
Can I pause you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go
ahead. Game question.
Yep.
Can I use what I remember from that moment?
Yep.
Okay.
Please be specific.
Oh, no flash.
I remember the names and what they're doing.
Yep.
Marlo will interrupt Fane and say, No. When was that? It was incomplete. The spire.
Yes.
He was, I'm sorry.
As Marlowe's
what
trying to
were you
figure
saying?
stuff out, Fane will start flipping through his pack for the notes pulled from the Archdruid's book that are in reference to this. And he will take them over and hand them. He's highlighting the point that says the writing is in sand, that's the last name, that location is Corvanus, that the spire is incomplete, and that it was requesting reinforcement. This is my source on this. I don't know how you know of it, but this was closely guarded information.
As you see those words written in sand, you see what they truly are. Thane, being a native of Corvanus, would not notice the distinct difference in the Majatalian language, how it is a derivative of a greater language, a lesser version, if you will, a common version of a higher language, but one that you can somehow read. It is not written in sand. It is Taladani. Please be very specific about what you do next.
May I hold on to this?
Thane will squint. It is possible for us to return here, yes?
It is. I
Then
would request that you don't bring danger here. This is a work of my faith. It is all of our faith, in some sense.
It is not a intent of danger. It is, if you wish to hold on to this, this is a transcription of a greater text. I would like at least a transcription by your own hand of this. It was very difficult to acquire.
We'll make a copy and see this returned. And I would like to read some of this. But before that,
he'll let go of it in your hands, and he will step back.
I want to.
You take the parchment.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Character level check. Damn it.
First impression of Marlowe, dude's just tripping balls.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Hold on, I need to think for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And rocks fall. We all die.
Oh no. I didn't think I'd actually have to use this.
Well, I'm sorry. They asked me what I knew. This is very
No, it's fine. No one has any guilt, any blame. It just puts me in a position that I think the limitations of real life may interfere with the story, and I always find that distasteful.
How unfortunate.
So be it. Marlowe, as you take the parchment from Fane, you will see from it an old magic begin to unravel. You have met the requirements for 3 unknown parameters. As such, you can feel your hand grasp over the parchment, but you feel another one of yourself grasping over the parchment. You feel a twist. You feel another's heartbeat with your own. The threads of fate return to you, but they are not your own. And yet, they are so familiar. Okay. At this moment, Laza will begin to shake. His brow furrows over great pressure as the entirety of the stone sanctuary begins to shake. Fate remade, fate denied. A path impossible made paramount again. And so, by your actions, fate is changed. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about.
Oh boy.
You have triggered one of my possible endgame contingencies.
My God.
Ooh.
So,
Thanks, Chamber.
here's what's going on. First of all, I need to speak about the practicality of it. Because one of my endgame contingencies, I've made several of them, to be clear, pretty much ever since Sagas and Solace bequeathed unto me their plan to gather people together. This is one of like 14, but at this point, because of what has just happened, Sagas and Solace has become a part of the Reminder storyline. And as such, if possible, we need to discuss something that's quite difficult to pull off, but if we can make it happen, it will make the story's integrity hold true. If all the groups and each member are able to consistently make it to this time slot, the concourse of the game is that you will no longer be Sagas and Solace, nor Bound and Broken, but you shall rather be Solace Broken, one of the 13 contingency campaigns that I've written, in which the 12 of you will continue together down an unbeaten path.
Interesting.
That is the proposal on the table.
That is 12 people in one session.
It is.
Jesus.
Thus the practical limitations. There are also some other things to keep in mind. Due to the number of people, there are a few things that we will have to enact. So, in the concourse of which there are ever more than 7, what I do is a soul tie system. Mostly this is to make combat go faster. It is that all combats will have improved tactician, just out of the sake of requirement, and each person's initiative will be tied to another character, usually in the other group, in which they will both act simultaneously, as the role of the 7, or in this case 6, as you have not ascended to Savenic quite yet, but that may not be the case anymore. You'll run your action economy together, and in that case, that is how combat will be ran. From that point forward, in addition to that, you will also be able to participate in this campaign. Let me reveal a little bit of the campaign to you so that you can at least have an honest discussion about it. The campaign, Solace Broken, takes place over the fact that you have reached the parameters required in order to enlist a journey through... a journey through fate mixed with the presence of the colors, to relive the past and to make right an ancient wrong upon Corvinus. One of the colors has been misused, and so, much like its violet predecessor, must be made right again. But to do that, you must travel to the place in which the prism was forged. You must return to 7 years and 7 days.
That sounds pretty rad. I know Bound and Broken is mostly European. What time is it for y'all? Like 4 a.m.?
It's 2 a.m.
1
So
a.m.
only 3 a.m.
Okay.
The campaign has a length of approximately 5 to 6 before you return back to your normal.
Okay.
That
I know I can't do the Sunday time slot. I'm kind of locked in something else, so.
So this would only be so many sessions.
It
You
would
wouldn't
be
be forced-
5 to 6.
5 to 6.
That is my prediction, but as always, things can happen.
That actually
It's like
make,
Oh,
so
gosh.
6. It's doable. For me.
Yeah.
yeah, this is more on you guys because it's your late night, or like you're in the morning.
Well, yeah, it's going into a weekend, and I don't really work weekends on
Uh-huh.
military stuff, so I should be fine.
If it is 5 to 6, I am down. The worry of 12 people is a very real one, but
Yeah,
if
There
it
are
is a
things
sort
in
of
place.
yeah, I trust that there's
Also, the session time link's 4 hours. So
that's nice.
That's fine.
But that's worrying for the EU people where it goes into ass o'clock in the morning.
well, yeah, that's the best I can do.
7 a.m. waking up.
I
in the
understand
morning.
that it is not your fault.
That's fine. It only goes to 6 a.m. for me.
I'm capable to do this. I would like to hear from. I think I've heard Simon speak. I've heard Jersey speak. Cyber.
Well, I have one more weekend and I work every second weekend. There's no way I can be up at 2 a.m. every Saturday. So I couldn't do it. Somebody else needs to pilot Mazakin then.
During the days are gone, or good.
I need to sleep. I start working at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
She's
Even if
working
I
at
have a
6.
late shift, I'll be back home too late and need to get up in the morning potentially at 6 again. So it's like this I can't make this. It's impossible.
Siege.
Would you miss every other one, or would you miss all of them?
If I'm lucky, every other one.
I think
It depends.
that's acceptable. Every other one, if you want to do it.
I could.
Okay.
Every other one. I'm just not there for every second session
Yeah.
then.
I think that's an acceptable loss.
Alright,
So this will be in Saga's time slot.
Yes, it will take place
So
during
6
your guys' normal time slot.
So it'll be 4 hours, so 6 to 10 almost.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It would be midnight start for me, so I'd be more than down for it. I assume that because of this, our regular time of Bound and Broken wouldn't.
I cannot run it
Go on.
because you were not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is me making sure I'm not being an idiot. So
Yeah.
I'd be able to make it.
Two points, I guess.
Yeah.
Would we be able to start 30 minutes earlier? Suppose?
I could do 30
Like,
minutes earlier and then 30 minutes later. I will work with you guys to make this possible. It is a very rare.
I think that's doable for me.
Okay. That's doable for me.
I might throw a grenade into the middle of this room, based on Marlowe. He's a very opinionated person. What is this dude going through with the strings of fate in him at the moment?
Well, right now, in and of itself, the fate of Curio has been passed to you because you have met the parameters of it. So there's that. Second thing is visions going to start flowing through the traveler's soul, and essentially the presence of a prismatic storyline means that the meta shifting mechanics of the world are going to be involved. So the fact that you took the paper from him means that ball has already dropped. The hammer is falling.
Yeah, this is the logistics to making a satisfying, I guess, story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of character, Luke is so fucking down. In character, if Marlowe feels that he is fated towards something, he's probably going to throw a temper tantrum.
We'll deal with that when it arrives.
Very elegant temper tantrum.
True, but at the same time, it's like my Nar to Marlowe would be, you've wanted that one thing to fix. This is the biggest thing.
Real quick before
I'm gonna
we get
point at it with a big finger.
Real quick before we get down to character reactions, I want to make sure we hear from Venom and Colossus.
Yeah, Venom.
If it's just for for 6 to 8 sessions or whatever it is, I can make it work.
5 to 6.
Yeah, 5 to 6, I can make it work. It started at midnight, ends at
My hope is
4 a.m.
to have it actually finished by the end of October. So
I can make it.
but
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I suspect it will take 5 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Um,
Maybe we all die.
Real quick, Colossus.
I'm
Colossus.
Great.
You're good?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I
Yeah,
thought I
yeah.
heard you, but I just before we get down the rabbit hole of like Merlot's going to eat ass and turn into fucking Phoenix
Yeah.
Shadowfire.
I'll hold him
Don't
down.
fucking tempt me.
Don't worry.
It sounds like we have confirmation with the contingency of Mazakine missing sessions occasionally, by virtue of unfortunate scheduling.
Being a responsible adult, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pro it too. Like Lurker, you haven't said anything.
Hello. Yeah, I'm down. If it's this time slot, I might miss the following two because I'm traveling to Mexico. But other than that, I should be good for the rest.
Mexico. Cool.
Turns into
Yeah,
Shark's Film over it.
sometimes I do work at. Sometimes I would have to leave at 9:30 just to go to work, but it's been optional to stay at home. So if it stays optional, I should be fine to that 4 hour mark. If it's not, I might be gone like an extra 30-minute or another hour. I'd be gone, depending on if we do the 6:30 to 9:30.
So I've been reviewing the actual campaign. I think we can do it in 3.
Yeah, that's way more solid.
I'm pretty sure we can do it by the end of October, which was my plan. So, yeah, we should be able to pull this off.
I'm down. Sounds. I like not off the beaten path stuff, but try something new.
I mean, it's.
And it sounds.
I mean, it's a reward you unlocked, and I'd like to give it to you. It's just the unfortunate limitation of real life gets in the way, which is
I mean,
which is why I become frowny face.
Yeah, and then truth be told, this is like the perfect party, I think, to parties to mill together.
Are you gonna not be able to be here at all, Swig, over the next 2?
Honestly, it really just depends on the internet connection. I might be able to be here, but not talk as much and type out a bit here and there.
As long as you can listen in and like type feedback, I think that'd be great.
Yeah,
It'll be like you never left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
You're just lurking there, aren't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Also, don't think I didn't catch all you guys doing all your transformations in front of each other and like pointing.
Mine's not canon, so
I don't know what you're
Sometimes
talking
it
about.
gets so hot.
Having odd
and fired up.
Anyway.
I'm feeling the pull.
Anyway,
give a self confirmation.
So it sounds like everyone's okay for 3.
Yeah, that's super solid for me.
Yeah.
I do have a question.
What's up?
Yeah, what's your opinion on skinwalkers?
Okay. We're not in character yet. All right, stop that. All right. So
Interviewing process just continues.
I need to make sure that we're all in the right spot.
No, I'm joking.
All right,
I'm good.
Everybody's good.
We're all right with a quick.
Yeah, we're good.
In that case,
starting earlier as well.
Yes, interview me, Simon.
I will attempt to start us 30 minutes earlier and try to go 30 minutes later to make up for the extra time, because the idea is I want to make sure that everybody gets a nice bit of time, but with 12 people we're gonna have to share the talking stick a lot more, right? So hopefully we'll be able to get through it. That being said, let me think about this. Since you decided to do that, the next 3 sessions, which will be Saga's time slot, will actually be both of your time slots put together. And then once they're resolved, that will be the end of your Act 3. And
longest Act 3 of my
that
life.
will be... What?
It's the longest Act 3 of my life. I know you're speaking to Sagas. I
And then I'll run through it.
Well, all of you. Like
I'll wait till after.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that too much content for you? Anyway, look.
I want the leg.
At the end of Act 3, that will put you guys at level 8. So,
ooh.
That's the
Oh,
Wait,
you
did you just
spoiled
delay
it.
our level 8? Wait.
We've delayed our level 8 for now another 5 sessions.
Look, man. Like, what do you... What? I was talking to them, actually.
Yeah, I know.
But...
I'm aware, I apologize.
Jesus Christ. Anyway. Alright, sounds like we got a plan.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna be exhausted.
Yeah, but you're excited and we know it.
Before it comes into
Just wait until we all unpack our accents in game completely.
My joke's on you, I eat the heart.
Please, stop pushing buttons. Anyway.
It's actually got
too much content he can't handle.
Damn.
Alright, don't you get snarky with me, you little German girl, alright?
Just wait until I'm sitting here at 2 a.m. incredibly tired when my
okay.
German accent comes through and you're gonna have the time of your life and I'm gonna be
very good. Anyway.
I'm just waiting for them to be like
to
talkies
reload now
all the way around the screen.
The entire screen is just, full of
All of us
talkies.
are on top of the
Alright, so
screen as well.
let's get back to it. So Marlo, you can have your reaction. To be clear, you have inherited the fate of another. That doesn't mean that you're fated to do that. That's not what that actually means. It's like you're holding the fate of another. It's not that is your fate. But because of the nature of traveling souls, it's also kind of your fate too. I mean, it's like it's real close, right? It's like right in your face. Kind of getting. You know how it's like I'm not touching you, but it's still annoying. Yeah.
It's free air, of course.
Anyway.
Then cross off, call the matron a whore again and drink an entire bottle of Alchemist Fire off my to-do list.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and we are back into it. Laza will cry out, Mr. Marlowe? Something's wrong.
What just happened?
The entirety of the stone sanctuary begins to shake even more.
Everyone hold on tight. This is...
Not again.
Marlowe will begin rapidly forming words in his mouth as his lips move to make the words as he stares at the ground in a focus and glassy-eyed facial expression.
I will look at him. Aye. What all do you hand him? Looks at Chamber.
Bane.
What is it?
Bane. Bane? See name, I'm sorry.
Notes on a tower on the isle. What is he saying?
Notes.
Fane will lean in to try and hear what the fuck Marlowe's muttering.
I'll pull him back by the hand.
Oh, is he like... What is he right now? Is he just mumbling?
Don't want another thing blowing up for no reason.
He will be saying, Mordegast, Gozen, and Noel to Cydia, Nevia.
Oh, he's in a trance. I turn around and horse kick
Laza
him.
will then hold up his hands. Something's wrong! Everyone hold on!
Swig, help him out.
Nah grabs Marlowe.
Grabs Maze.
The entirety of the stone sanctuary shakes, shudders, and shifts, and then begins to crack. It's too much! It's too much! Get in the center!
I'll turn into the hybrid again.
Drags her in. You're a fucking
breakfast, get small!
Yeah.
I'll move in. I can actually
So
move my
grab
token
me,
soul.
so...
Uh-oh. Loading in.
Get in this center!
What's wrong with your pet?
Did that barrel just move?
Not important.
Just our moves.
And then-
Grabs Marlowe.
Oh.
Oh, baby. Alright, let's do this.
God damn.
Is
I'm
that
having
golf music? Oh my
Bro,
god.
I have chills.
Going back.
Is it bad I got the Joker playing in the background and just the solemn music?
Jesus Christ.
The TikTok version.
No, the normal.
I think this is the second time a horse kicked someone as a crit.
You, Chrome, you punched him and they were all gone.
No, I turned around, jumped, and horse kicked him.
Oh, wait.
Damn, I
Stallion.
never got around to getting the tea.
True.
Too powerful.
Something to assess your fucking undeadness.
Yeah, my green oath's still intact, so I don't care about your opinion.
When
Where's
it
your
needs to
bro?
be assessed, you still have your shit, and you're dead.
It sounds like a non-archdruid opinion.
Yep.
By the way, I've been alive for like half a year.
Same, same.
You're 6 days old.
I'm like 6 days old, by the way.
I've been traveling for like a year and a half.
Well, we have, not him.
I think we have.
This is gonna take me a second.
I'm fresh out of the grave.
I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
load.
Are we just flying through the
Oh,
sky?
is it map tools time?
I have to
Whoosh.
load everything.
Yeah.
Imagine
he's
the
going back to
Star
the
Wars
deep
hyperdrive.
I turned on stream for that music. Ooh boy.
I'm so
Oh,
sad
yeah,
I don't
we
have
gotta-
the new tokens uploaded yet. I'm so sad.
Sorry, I'll tell
Well, maybe
you
we
what.
could
I'm
start.
sad.
I was gonna work on him tomorrow morning. I didn't expect this.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect that we were gonna go through fucking space.
Right?
Wilhelm stream.
Dude, I don't get to
We
show
list
off
our
my
problem
fucking
child
growth.
now or later.
Oh, I get to play Splatoon with other people.
Oh my god.
No, I don't get to fucking swap to monk now.
I don't get my staff.
Get fucked.
Oh, my feet is paying
Oh,
off.
fuck, a ton of armor now. Shit.
Oh yeah, my
Wait,
armor.
I don't get to finish
Naked,
my lip
unarmored, unweaponized people just showing up.
Oh my, and my fucking ghouls are backing down. Oh wait, actually that's really bad because I lose control of them after a day. That's
No,
My
you
Game Master
absolute
feature.
maniac.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they're in my room,
We're
but
flying through the Eternal Realm, and this is what you're concerned about?
Not my
The three
ghouls.
fucking ghouls?
My rules, they're locked in my
The
room.
ghoul.
look, there's an actual repercussion. There are undead
Yeah.
ghouls in our city that I no
friggin'
longer
This
have
is
control
why I
of.
keep
Friggin'
telling you you have a
Crump
problem.
Wakes up. A peasant at the bar.
But my parties.
Oh, I left the oven on. Oh shit.
I left the oven on.
This is our
I think the
problem
ghouls are
child.
the least of your personal problems right now.
You know what? I think this will work. Everything about this just seems right. This will work.
I mean,
We're
the Royal
like-
Defenders.
It's an electric oven. It's a glorified heater. It's fine, dude.
No, actually, we
It's
do
fine,
have
believe
the
me.
Royal Defenders stationed at the ziggurats, so they should be able to deal with them.
No, it's the one Royal Defender station there. The other ones are roaming.
Oh, that's right. They're in the different sections.
There are
Yes.
some Ethereans that can deal
Oh,
with
man.
just 3 ghouls.
I'm like getting fucking emotional. Sorry.
We have
God.
10,000
I'm
homeless
ready for
beings.
it.
They'll figure it out.
It's okay. As we're flying through space, we fly past somebody yelling, Dormammu, I've come to bargain! Through to the other side.
Man.
Marlo is
And in-
completely
in
lucid at
case-
this point.
In
Just
case
yelling
anyone
at
of
her.
you hasn't seen it yet, shortly before we all disappear,
Oh, the
Mazzy
drugs
can
are
shift
taking
into
effect.
her hybrid form on instinct, and it will look like this. I'll post it in your embedded.
We don't
Are
have much
embedded.
embedded.
You can.
She does 'cause she's mod.
Well, I'm out.
She's a mod.
Hogs.
Is this where we say, can I pet that dog?
I want to pet that dog.
I'd fuck that dog.
No, okay.
No,
Marlo, you
No,
just
Marlo!
Twilight Mouse.
Everywhere
I'll go
we
back
go.
I'll go back to psychosis.
Curly.
I'm gonna go back to
Let-
psychosis.
Let him cook. Let Marlo cook. He's cooking right now.
No, him and Twilight Mouse don't get to talk about fucking animals anymore. All right.
Yes.
All right.
I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
we
any.
both
I
probably
don't want to hear any
will.
traumatized animals walking around
So,
the city. All right.
As the party
not.
falls through the realms and realms and realms around them, flashes of light, colors, and smells, Laza will raise up his hands to try and keep you all together, and then all turns to black. There is only a heavy silence. And from it, we begin.
So how many Miller rolls do we get off that?
Yeah, by the way, that's like a lot of dimensions.
That's universal travel.
All right.
I feel like I've camped here before.
Same.
All right. In the darkness, you feel yourself. You feel something else. It was the smell that woke you first. Within the darkness, you see naught, but you feel plenty. The cold bite of metal upon your wrists and ankles and chest and neck. You are suspended. You can feel the weight of falling against the shackles on a ceiling of something. As you sway, you can feel the movement of wherever it is that you are. It is bumpy. You can feel the grain of wood. You can hear the echo of stone. And down below you, you see nothing but darkness. And then, a pair of lights appear below. They shift and they change, moving together. And then another pair, and then another. You can feel it, their eyes upon you, hungering, waiting, ready. And then, an explosion of light above your head as the door to the carriage opens. And for just a brief, fleeting moment, the shadows of wolves beneath you, waiting to feast upon a hero's blood. The iron shackles that hold you in place open. You fall towards the wood, regretting that pain was not one of your slower sensors to return. As you get up and step out into the light, you appear upon the icy rocks beneath a baleful wind and falling snow. The map is active. You may do as you wish.
Once again.
Looks down. Are we shackled?
You are not. You're not even sure if what you felt was real.
Roll call. Who's awake? All right.
Not dead.
Is Laza here? Is Laza supposed to be here?
Laza
Or
is not
no?
there.
I will draw my weapons and step forward.
What the heck was that?
Our whispers under an earth-born, fair and earth and sea, like fire within me.
That was a bad
Thing.
trip.
He's leaning on his staff, looking around. You see, he'll extended his hands where the perforations from the crucifixion happened. Sort of closes his hand.
I'll offer a clawed hand.
Well, I forgot I was on loading issues, by the way.
Arlo will cast Ascending to Laza.
Caspian.
As you summon forth
yeah,
your magic, you will feel not the presence of exposure. Your magic comes easily. You feel it strong, pulsing through your body. Something you haven't felt since many years ago on Calcutta. But Laza
Taken
is
aback for a
unable-
moment, he will send a message.
But Laza is unable to be contacted. Your spell fails and you're not sure why.
Is this the Endless White? It's not. Where? How? Why was your space between spaces linked with this? Where's your friend?
As if to challenge Fane's statement, there is a crash of the waves behind him. You get a deep waft of the sea-salted air. As you turn behind you to look, you will see that down the icy steps there is a beach of black sand.
Do I recognize this at all?
Or I?
Yes,
Yeah.
but you're not sure where.
Fane will crouch down, releasing Mazkin's hand for a second. He will draw a sigil within the snow. And he will call Frosus forth. If he can.
He does not come forth.
The strangest feeling that I've been here before.
Nar will look up at the sky.
Breakfast will slowly lay in the snow.
What is it, boy?
What does it say?
It will say, I say, old chaps, I'm not feeling quite good.
I fall. Ooh.
Breakfast
What?
fades beneath you, like snow in the wind.
Oh no.
All these strange things happening. How's the connection to Dream Realm with this place?
Gruel, as you look down, you will see that you are just standing in a barrel.
No.
Sorry for laughing.
He'll get out of it and check to see if his face is there.
It is not. It is a barrel.
Strange. Anyway. He'll kind of just drag it along.
Nar will take off the wrapping from around her one eye. I think I'm gonna need this here.
Sorry to dodge your question, Mr. Fane. A bit distracted. But I don't know where we are.
Oh, alright. Nat 20 and trying to get a bearing on our surroundings.
Your sharp eyes reveal to you that the way ahead appears just to be ice and rock and stone. You do think you see a path ahead, your ranger training revealing to you the winding road within the stone. But you know not where you are, nor where the path leads.
After being in Moaskadan for so long, does the stone look dwarven in nature, like in carving?
It is not.
There's a path ahead, but give me a moment. Talk amongst
Question just
yourselves.
question just for like the sensation this place gives. Is this place how's the connection between the dream or the connection to Void here?
You feel strangely separated. And yet, you still feel its presence. Almost as if a piece of the dream that is separated from Own and Wode's domain. A normally impossible thing.
I don't know how this place is, at least the dream within this place is separated from Wode's and Own's domain. It's not connected. That shouldn't be.
It shouldn't. Yeah, it seems to be. Elsie, if we are to forge forth, are you able to shroud our steps?
I can do that.
I can help. I don't know where we are, but Mr. Merlot, it seemed you attempted to cast. I have something for this. He will change the sigil on the floor to something else, and mutter Cunis Uskian Naguiha Frukasil Lishnakta Eghitum, and I will cast Pass Without a Trace, which is all creatures within 30 feet of me.
As you cast Pass Without a Trace, Fane, you will feel the same surge of magic that you usually feel, but with it there is no aftertaste, no burn, no feeling of great burden. The magic comes freely. You feel better and stronger than ever. No exposure remains as the magic comes to your call.
He'll look down at his hands as sort of the snow blankets around them, and look to Caspian in amaze. Is this what it's like to cast back home?
Yes.
It was.
Feels more.
Oh,
like
wait
home.
a second. You don't feel any exposure here?
I didn't generate any. It dissipated.
Oh, we're in
Yes,
it.
this is how it should be.
Yeah, I've felt this once before then.
Library.
Yeah.
I hate to put a damper on all these things that we're finding. That's very interesting. I had an early breakfast, and I may have left an unfinished sandwich on your breakfast, and along with the rest of our rations. How are we stuck here?
First time.
That is true.
How are any of us supposed to answer that question? No.
I was gonna. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
No, it's Once upon a time, we in a foreign land. We need to be battle ready, just in case.
We stride forward. Let Elsie cloak our steps. Watch her carefully. And do as she does. Should nightfall come and it seems there is life absent here, I can prepare a spell to generate food for us. We will survive whatever this place is.
If this is anything like home was, then magic would not pose any threat here.
Are any of you from Rhine, by any chance?
No.
Where?
It's a continent.
Vaguely
I had a hunch
recognize
that this
the
might
name.
be.
Fane will check his head.
That's a good guess.
Fane will turn to Simon. Rhine was that old academy we found in the west with the uniforms. Wasn't Rhine
yes.
mentioned there? That is about the extent of our knowledge. Unfortunately, a banshee almost ended two of us, and we fled instead of angering the dead any further. It was a presumably foreigner-built bardic school.
Not our finest moment, but...
They did like my music.
Well, there is tale of a place called the Black Desert there. I don't know if it is a literal naming of the place, but that looks like a black desert, supposedly. That's my best guess. Nar, do you have that amber compass on you still?
Pocket? Yeah.
Would I smell anything in the air that would indicate a danger that I've sensed before?
Perception check, advantage, scent.
Nice.
For the briefest of moments, Mazikeen, you think that you smell the presence of your grandsire. But then, it is covered up by the icy wind.
When I grasp at the wooden figurine.
Carving, yeah.
The carving. What expression does it show?
Worry.
Hmm.
Well then, should we get a move on?
Indeed.
Where to, exactly?
Finding anything but here. Finding somewhere where we can sit down and figure out where we are. Just standing here stranded will do nothing to better our case.
Aye.
Landmark.
Indeed.
Is there-
Where's this path?
Rule, can you do your feelings thing?
He's on it.
You'll see him. He's already in the position.
Oh fuck, sorry.
Give us 10
Healing.
minutes. Heal out the environment. In the meantime, I'm gonna collect samples. Rocks, stones, water from the ocean, sand.
Alright, because you're a dwarf, make me a, you have nature trained?
Yes.
Make that at advantage. The stones here are old, big. Stones this old would be found deep within the mountain ridge, or even deeper, down in the dark below, in the underworld. But here they are, kissed by the sun and marred by the ice and snow.
Stone of the Underdeep, huh? Interesting. What about the sea and sand?
You sense the same thing, but you're not quite close enough for that.
I see.
After
Would it
enough
be
minutes,
wise?
after enough minutes have passed, Gruul, you finish your deliberations and you detect, other than those present, only one other organism on within this place, and its type is dragon.
Am I able to get its general location, or do I have to roll the martial check to get that?
You can attempt to look further if you'd like.
Sorry, I'm thinking, because last time I got noticed, and I'm wondering if that... It's our only hope here.
Good to be noticed.
Alright,
It's a
for now...
rule decision. Make it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're in a strange land, far stranger. He's gonna hold off from attempting to delve deeper into it.
Okay.
He'll stand up for a moment.
I don't know much. I know minor divination. I mean, it's performed through ritualistic casting, so it won't put too much of tax on me. Though using it repeatedly will not yield a good result.
I can divine also.
It might be worth
Before
then
that,
to before we continue this conversation. I was able to divine, or I guess in a sense, that there is little here except of a thing known as a dragon.
Wait.
Those of you from
what?
Calcatesh know what a dragon is. Those of you not from Calcatesh think you know what a dragon is.
Oh, I've seen one.
We're friends with
dragon?
two of them. We need a thing known as a dragon.
Oh wait, I have seen one.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we've
yes.
seen
we've seen
the green one.
What is a dragon?
They're
Giant
not
lizard.
real.
A
Giant-
giant winged lizard that breathes fire and hoards gold.
Fire,
Valuable.
acid.
Usually when they're living with people, they're decent. when they're not. You never
Ancient and old things.
And
there's a few
most
of
of them are
on-
pseudo-intellectuals.
There's a few of
How's
them
that?
in Corvanus, but
Pro limit.
Yeah, now's not the time to be joking around.
Yeah.
How do you actually feel?
I decided not to investigate it further, as the last one I did had noticed my intrusion. But if you're able to divine it, it might be worth finding out if it would be friendly. The last one was at least able to make deals with.
Or that, the Amber Compass, Nar. We should address that.
I will pull out the amber compass, click it open for the first time, and look at it.
The amber compass points
What's a compass?
strongly towards what you think is the northeast. So up and to the right, which coincides with the path that Gruul has detected.
Clicks it shut. Northeast.
Do we should divine the potential interaction with this beast?
There may be some issue with divination if summoning is similarly interrupted. I attempted to call forth Frosis that he might do similar, but
You're attempting to summon a creature under the ley lines of a continent we're not on.
Marlowe will cast divination. Headed towards Azakine.
he ain't gonna answer you, but yeah.
As you
I'm
cast
alright.
divination, your spell shifts suddenly, not towards Azakine, but towards an entity that you do not recognize. And despite your query, the response is simply,
"It is rude to linger within doorways. Come with your questions, and they shall be answered."
Marlowe will stand, relay this information, and say, we should get a move on then.
Rasputus had a similar retort when I did it. Perhaps the dragons have a common nomenclature.
Real quick.
So.
When Merlo cast divination, is it possible for me to attempt to primal infuse off of him, knowing that the exposure would dissipate regardless?
as
Is
you
it still...
as you instinctually reach out to try and grasp at the exposure, there's nothing there. The mana flows freely through your fingertips. There's no refuse, there's no dirt in which to gather, and instead you feel your own strength simply increase on its own. Revealing that prismatic infusion, primal infusion, at this time, no longer takes exposure. Once per round when you cast a spell, you simply upcast it.
Oh my god. Huh. I got you. Okay.
In addition, all of you that are currently present, if you have anything that bases damage or any other parameters off of your exposure, you are to treat that exposure as if it is 5.
Okay.
At all times.
One more than usual. Let's go.
For the mana here is imbalance. For those of you that have effects that activate based off of things such as exposure gain or loss, such as your song, it instead may simply be activated once a round. Only while in combat.
How does items work? Are we still...
Those of you that possess items that grant constant exposure do not have constant exposure from them. In fact, you do not have exposure, period. You no longer require it, need it, nor does it have any base game effect other than those abilities that require them to function, such as sorcerer stuff. And in that
What
case,
about-
it is always treated as 5.
Does...
Bewildered, Caspian sort of just inspects the Concord of Unity for a moment.
The cup. What about my corruption?
Your corruption is also not there. You see, the evil was always just you. as a kid.
Oh, I'm so flattered.
The evil inside is the friends we made along the way. So I have a funny idea. We got the Iron Book of Trials. Do you guys want to do a 5-boss rush in this little valley?
Man.
We got 12 people.
Alright, man,
Anyway,
I hate to tell you,
no.
man, but that scales. That doesn't just... That doesn't stay the same.
I'm memeing. That is Chamber speaking, not Spain.
We were gonna reclass.
He will look to Elsie to begin guiding them, staying within 30 feet of everybody near the center of the clumping. There's only the dragon, but...
As he
So
steps
Marlowe
down.
will look to Elsie and then rapidly move his eyes up to her eyes. Maintain a 90-degree angle.
Oh, I would also like to quickly look through my pack to make sure my rations are still intact.
Yeah.
Yes, your rations? Yes, your rations are still intact.
Do you know how tall Elsie is?
What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Here.
There is one last thing I'll check in my pack, and that's the acorn.
It's still there.
Okay, good.
Alright then.
Alright. Follow close. Keep an eye out. And if you see anything, please don't fucking be quiet.
Why? This is similar to the library.
Everyone, you must gather your parties before venturing forth.
Omega Party, assemble.
Let's go, Icy.
Dick formation.
Cock and ball formation.
Cock and ball formation.
Oh, we can make it so large.
Yeah, we can make a huge cock.
We're too close to a swastika. Please shift.
No.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
paying such close
Don't do
attention to Elsie right
Don't
now.
do it.
Don't. No. No.
No.
Don't do it. 9! Ah!
It's a spaceship.
Oh fuck.
The sigil is completed.
The arrow
I need to switch to you. I need to switch to you. Small.
Hey,
I am.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Simon's
Simon
hair
moved
starts to
everyone.
stand up on end.
You-
The half
What the hell
You're
is
not dragging this fucking barrel.
Simon
We
moved
leave
down
the
one.
barrel.
One hangs lower than the other.
The chode of
No.
power.
All right,
You
you guys have...
Arrow is
Leave,
the
leave
cock.
the fucking barrel. Stop. Kill him.
We just went from 3 sessions to 18 sessions, guys.
All right.
Leave the barrel. Let's go meet the dragon.
I'm gonna move this penis forward. How about that?
Spaceship.
That's going in the close channel.
And then back,
Thank you, chef.
This
and
is
then
a,
forward,
I'm gonna walk
and then back.
on this fucking barrel. You know,
This is a fucked up penis.
I am dragging it. Deal with it.
What are you dragging it in front of Merlo?
No, it's behind me, but we have to hold the formation. All right.
Okay, sure. When you get to about this point, as you're walking, everyone make me perception checks.
I don't know why, but the
Can I
two
use scent
halflings
again?
being symmetrical makes me laugh.
Oh, that's.
Oh my god.
Hey, we got a 1 and a 20 in there. I feel great about this.
Can I use my blind side for this?
Can you use your what?
Leave the
Can I
fucking
use my blind side for this?
No.
Is that any helpful?
No. Okay. When you get to about this point, as you walk forward, you feel that you are not alone. All around you, you start to see them. Spirits. Their silhouetted forms, the snow falls upon as they walk beside you. They vary in size, build, continents, and values. You see orcs, humans, elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, and creatures that you don't even recognize. They carry around them swords, staves, shields. Magic flashes across them. However, who are my shattered eyes?
Here.
Raise your hand.
Where's my hand?
Alright.
Yes, the right side of the ball.
The right ball is
right.
right. Caspian,
Ah,
hold my
the-
hand.
The right testicle.
It's
Caspian's the one that should be hanging lower. There we go.
All right.
Caspian hold my hand.
Caspian and Nar. As you look around you, your eyes see them in more detail than the others. Through splashes of color, you can see that each of them have around them the same prismatic energy that you recognize from the brief moments of your exposures to the colors. And you will see around them that there are old powers, promises, strengths, things just beyond
Narv
sight.
reaches out a hand briefly. Why?
As you reach out towards them, looking at them, you see moment, please. You see that they take on different forms. Power, shadow, light, rage, justice, sea, chaos. Ancient forms of the power of before, each one flashing with a different light, strength, and power. Each color a different hue.
It is. I don't know if I would. No, probably not.
There be an elven fighter of the blue mixed with them.
Alright, as the party continues forward. You see that these spirits walk in the very same direction that you do. The icy stone steps to an unknown fate. Nar, as you turn your eyes, following the different sights and sounds and stimulus, you will notice a similar touch upon Marlowe's body as well. One of these legacies of power, a small fraction lingering upon him.
Yes. I know that name. Oh.
What?
Nothing.
I don't think it's time for nothing.
They are strange prismatic energies awash within these spirits.
Marlowe? The seven are following you and I. The ones from the library.
I don't think there's anything we can do about it. If there is, we will probably find answers with this dragon. I think it might be best not to get too distracted until we have more information.
There's so much here.
Are these all long past travelers?
I don't know. They are spirits now. I do not know why or how.
Narwhal briefly as we go up the steps. Thank you for your aid and power. Trace.
You will hear no response. You will only see them continue their march forward. Ever focused, ever forward.
go.
Okay. So, guys, see yourselves here. Also, I'm sorry that when I load your guys' tokens in, they're like always going to be the wrong thing that you made them. I don't know why it does that. I think it's because your base root token is something else. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
you did change the prototype.
Yeah.
I think Cape set it up weirdly with the token stamp, so the like base and the prototype setup is like a little wonky.
Yeah,
which
I'm
is why it's doing turns into Shark.
That's just canon. He does that.
In the dream,
But-
I can be anything I want.
In the dream, I can be anything.
The dream.
We
I'm a
can just
shark.
yell at Cape after session. We fine.
Well, I'm just saying. I apologize for it. I want this to be a very sick experience.
Walk through door, turns into something else. Oh.
Oh no.
Hmm. How awkward.
I don't even believe in gods, and I can do this. Imagine if I did.
Exactly.
That sounds like something that, like Marlo would say. Hold on. Doing things.
Women don't
hold
like
it.
me, therefore God isn't real.
Word.
Perhaps during
Dude,
our
don't
time.
say word to that.
Don't say word.
Don't say word to that.
Nods.
No,
Very
stop
sage.
nodding!
Very sage word here.
No,
Sage.
no.
I'm
Look,
just gonna
I've never-
sigh and resign myself to knowing
Look,
that it
I've-
will be.
It reminds me of
were
the
never said.
This is
latest
a bad
last
time
the
for me
blade
to
I
be
got
going
to
over all my old notes.
I like how Elsie's like in fucking 007 mode and we're just having cocktail conversation, literally lingering in the doorway.
She's hiding us. It's fine.
No, we already stepped out of the doorway down there. It's fine.
I'm sorry, I'm loading cool stuff!
Fane's seeking in the shadows the visage of that weird woman in his mind. Phoenix, Shadow Flame, Shadow Fire. Fuck.
Nice.
Marlo
You
will
missed
lean over
out.
and say, it's Shadow Flame.
It's Shadow Flame, actually.
Yeah, look,
It's
he's
not
got
the
to
track
do
when you
recipe.
Marlo, you're
Electric
refracting.
Boogaloo.
Marlo, you're starting to refract.
Oh no, my power. I can feel it refracting.
Giggle.
Somewhere hidden in the shadows of the Seven is a tiny frog-shaped Wakatanta.
Oh
He's just
yeah.
waddling along.
Well done.
I immediately attack it.
Apparently, there's a grandpa was fucking about too, but you know, I got the fucking flashbang on that one.
Man, there's a lot of
Apparently, you
refractions in
want to
this
keep this stupid fucking barrel with you.
super party.
Mr. Brew, did you become undead because your past life made you scared of getting old?
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
No, because like, beat undead's cool.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
don't really acknowledge that.
Preach.
Telling us
When you
that
eat a brain, I'm gonna piss
background.
on you, but
Preach, brother, preach.
Alright,
I'll,
sorry, I'm ready now.
I'll shadow just over you ominously. Yes.
We are entering a medium zoom map.
Is that
Nice.
a dog?
So, in order to
Yeah.
mark the presence of the party, I will be using Barrel.
Yeah,
I knew
That's
it.
awesome.
barrel for the win.
I
You're
am so
entering a
happy that you
medium
decided to
difficulty
do this.
combat zone.
this is the point where we find out Barrel is like Hodor, and his origin is actually getting dragged into a Savanic dream and getting possessed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Alright.
And Cornelius
God.
drew him from like the spirits of the Seven.
Little did we know, Barrel is the most powerful familiar there is.
He is.
Okay, you
He has
guys,
the potential to
you
be a
guys can see
Gundam.
everything?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh
Alright.
yeah.
So we
Oh,
are
boy.
currently at a medium zoom map. So each of these squares is 100 feet. Kind of give you the scale of everything.
Okay.
In the distance, you can see great torches, braziers burning with bright colored hues.
Well, Elsie, where are
Who's
we
moving
going?
the token?
I think we should defer to the compass. I do not believe we are walking our own fates, but alongside one.
Well,
Marlowe
stay
will
alert
furrow
then.
his brow at that.
The only thing of substance here is the dragon, after all. So,
In
walk
that
carefully,
case,
but-
Elsie will reach into her backpack and she's going to pull out a compass of her own. And she's going to pull out the Wayfinder. See, I'm not to be
Waymaker,
confused
the
with
compass.
Waymaker.
The Waymaker, the compass, yes.
The Waymaker.
Legally distinct
How the
Waymaker.
fuck did you get one of those?
I pull out my own compass. It's just a normal compass.
Everyone just pulling out navigational device.
I would point at the ghost people. Let's just follow them.
I have an acorn.
I will conjure the goal in mind.
I too.
What's the most
have an
interesting
acorn.
thing
Point
I
us to the
have?
dragon that resides here.
Next, you're gonna tell me about your mother.
Alright, it points to the northeast.
Doesn't matter how we
Nobody
get
enjoys Soviet. Okay.
Okay, then let's go.
Alright,
Just let's get going.
point where you'd like to go.
So northeast would be
here?
Are we all pointing?
Alright.
Like-
Okay,
Elsie
start
is
over
is
here.
forward.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
Elsie is
Okay.
Elsie, you be pointer. Where are we going?
okay.
You're driving
Northeast. So
Go north first.
The party travels towards the north. As they do, make me perception checks for this stone structure.
Just empty the bag of dice on the table.
Empty all of the dice.
It's like a 19 and a 20 is a high roll.
Yeah.
When you get up to this point, you can see that this large section of stone was once a great statue. The statue seemed to have been to a wizard of some kind. You can see that it is broken, shattered, after its exposure to the elements. But the face seems strangely familiar to those of you in Sagas and Solace.
Who
Is
is
this
this?
one of the one of the sages, the pillars of creating magic?
This
No,
That's from that temple.
it reminds you of a more bony individual.
Fucking hell, it's Cornelius.
No,
Really?
not him.
That's
He-
fucking Cornelius.
Right. He did say he
Marlo.
traveled with them, but not
Well,
as a traveler himself.
We've had run-ins with statues before. You want to help me rebuild it?
This thing looks massive. I don't think we can do.
Anyone got
I
mending?
don't think we have the time.
You really intend to sit hours here, mending a
Hey,
statue
30
you
of us
probably never see again.
And I don't
Be
know.
surprised what happens whenever you pay it forward.
I mean, I'm sure
Maybe on the
Cornelius
way
would
out.
appreciate it, but
Okay,
Who is Cornelius? Why do you know him?
He's a
The
lich.
Dark lich necromancer, librarian guy.
Yeah, reason
We learned
know
about
all the
liches
things we
recently.
know.
And Scarab
did.
Lords.
I'm gonna take
I
a
don't think he
small
was one of those.
stone from the statue.
So you have befriended Elish.
Friend is a strong word.
perhaps
I have.
berated. But in the end, he was helpful.
Yeah.
Well, you've met one and lived. More or less, I guess.
I would not use that word.
I met one and lived.
I feel put alive.
Blinks. Are we mending the statue or continuing?
We continue.
Why
It's
would we
not,
mend the statue?
Living is overrated.
They had the intent to do so. Perhaps they can do it magically. They have a dwarf.
And for how
Another
long do you
time,
intend to
the
sit here
dragon
then?
is waiting, and I'd rather not upset such a being.
We don't intend to sit here. It was merely an inquiry.
How long would it take if you
That's
were
the
to do it?
question.
Long fucking time.
Arcadum?
What's the question?
How long would it take to try and mend the statue?
Days of you casting the spell.
Never mind.
It's to try and damage the statue.
I have stone shape, but I don't know what he looks like as a human. So I could mold it like clay, but I don't have a frame of reference to fix it.
That's
you
true.
Can make him
So-
actually.
I don't know what he looks
Yeah,
like.
maybe we return once we get a skin version of Cornelius. A piece
Yeah.
of paper or something.
All right, keep moving.
Continue.
All right, you come up to here, and you find yourself at the edge of one of the great braziers burning the colored hue. This colored hue is orange.
Arcana check / detect magic eyes currently. So, is there things I
Go
can
ahead,
determine?
Arcana.
Bang. Let's see.
But your question is...
Is this just prismatic power in a font, or is it magic imitating it?
This is prismatic power in a font. In fact, you sense almost a Leylenic connection.
Elsie, is there a path forward where we don't touch where the light spills?
I don't think so. Unless you want to try swinging under the bridge.
I have met the orange and I know of the indigo.
I have a way that I could walk along the side of the bridge, but I can only do it for me, so... Anyone else have clever ways around bridges?
This place seems to be a balance
Like
of
Rossum?
colors, and he'll like point in the distance of all the different colors.
I have
Something-
a quick question. Like just about bod. This is orange. What is this specifically on the bridge? Which color is this?
Blue.
Blue, I assume.
Is it blue?
That
Okay.
would be
Blue,
blue,
yellow,
up here would be
green,
indigo.
Red.
Indigo.
Mm-hmm.
Green, red, violet. Okay.
I'd say we walk through it.
Does anyone possess teleportation magic if you do not want to touch the light?
Not for that far.
Not for 1,000
Medium
feet.
zoom.
Yeah, that's too many. That's too many numbers.
That's 500.
You guys want
let's
to
just
be-
go.
This is a path meant to be walked by people such as us. I think we have no reason to fear.
Caution to the wind. I will stride forward into the light.
And what would you title people
Okay.
such as us?
As the Twilight Mouse strides forward into the light, you will see others join her. Different of those of the Seven, of whose ambition was particularly strong. You will see a man covered head to toe in stone armor, a vicious smile across his face as he wields a great maul above his head, crashing it down upon his enemies, striding next to the Twilight Mouse. To her left, you see another man, his wild mane of hair, his arms covered with metal, ending in metallic claws that thrum and grind and give off a dark, bloodthirsty energy. Behind her, you'll see wizards, clerics, all sorts of individuals who sought more than what the world had given them, to claim it because they had the strength to do so. Twilight Mouse seems unharmed.
See? It's fine.
Twilight, this is why you're Marlowe's sacrificial goat.
No. Fellow shrugs and walks across as well.
Start joining him.
Yeah.
And follows.
As the party makes their way forward to the orange light, you will see all around you those with ambition burning in their breast walk beside you till you make it to the other side.
On reaching the other side, Nar lets out a slight sigh.
There. No. Just some light.
During that time, can I look for I believe the one that we know of the orange is the Black Hand.
Would we spot him in the light, you mean?
If I can see someone who resembled the statue that we repaired.
Perception check.
Let's go.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Good roll.
Did you read it?
Did you not hear anything I just said?
No.
Not a word.
God damn it.
Sorry.
I said that you see a man walking beside you in the orange light that you think looks familiar. You see his Anvanti skin. You see his features. They look like the statue, but it is possible you could be mistaken. It is difficult to see him through the throng of all the people, and you lose track of him as you step through to the other side.
Is the
Let's keep going.
land under the light any different than the other?
It doesn't appear to be.
Oh, okay.
We appear unharmed. Might as well continue.
Yes.
Clarification to say those are like the same spot that we saw even before, but now within the light they are fully visible to all.
Say again?
Of a similar kind. Those spirits within the light, they're similar or the same as when we saw before, but now they're visible to all under the Bracious glow.
They look similar, yeah. Some of them are the same, some of them are different. Some of them look different than they were before.
Okay.
You continue?
Yeah.
See,
I think so. Yeah, we'll continue.
when you get to about this point, you can see a crack in the parapet stone, and deep into the depths of the cavern, into the depths of the chasm, you can see hundreds of feet down into the cold water below. You think that you see a ship underneath the water.
That cut in the sentence had me worried for a bit.
Is the ship flying any colors that could identify it?
It's under the water, but you don't see it.
Does
You
it
don't see
resemble the ghost ships we have been on?
Difficult to say. It could.
Maybe we can. If there's someone willing to talk, we can ask about that, but we should probably keep going.
Don't be too close, let you fall down.
Indeed.
What a curious place.
There's a color that I know quite well.
Okay, here you can see 3 colors emanating from their each individual torch. You can see red, green, and down below the shining brazier along the bottom of the water, an indigo flame.
Where does the compass point? Still north by east?
Now it points north by northwest.
So that way.
Purple flame.
Anyone had any previous experience with any of those?
I have experience with the red, in particular. May I?
Go ahead. What could it hurt? It's just a light.
I will
Blinks
step into
audibly,
the
but
red
doesn't say
light. Nar would step towards the red light.
As you step towards the red light upon its edge, you can see more of those individuals walking past you, going to the northwest. Those that walk past you take on a kind of veneer of a sagely station. Old, grizzled generals with their swords across their hips, their eyes focused on the future. Scholars of renown, big, thick, bispocled glasses, studying their scrolls, their tomes. Bards telling stories, laughing together for those that missed the point of them. The wisdom of such lessons can be felt just on the edge of your hands.
I'm no scholar or general or bard. I don't know any of these things. I'm just me. Looks to the northwest.
Elsie would probably walk in and just peek her head into the light of the brazier, just to see what Nar saw.
You see the same that I just described.
Wisdom.
Yes, wisdom. I turn to Elsie and the rest of the group. This is what Corvanus needs so desperately. I will step back towards everyone.
It is
I'll
numerically.
make a detour to the northeast.
That is
look.
Not a good idea.
No.
And you know this how?
He's
the reminder that we told you about and the power that has eradicated the history of the druid.
True.
That is
its original purpose.
There is something
purpose?
about it. It's not its original purpose.
Assigning purpose to life. It's building blocks.
It's
What?
pointless to argue about it when we don't even know what is going on here. There is a dragon that is quietly waiting. We have a pointing compass, and maybe we follow it.
In
Agree.
any way, too much knowledge is dangerous. As long as we don't know why we're here.
Agreed.
Especially when it comes to all of these.
As we walk, I mean, I disagree with that.
Which direction we going?
Mazepine?
Elsie would posture
Just
back
point. Just
towards
point while they
northwest.
roleplay.
Okay. I would disagree with that, Mazepine. Fact is, you must remember your past to seek wisdom for the future.
Well, then look at your own past and not try to see others.
Alright, when you get to about here, the compass will change from the northeast, or from the northwest to the northeast. And the final bridge.
Well, we're going through anyway, it seems.
No other way.
There's little to fear of it when it is held properly. When it is used as a tool is where its issues you stand. You've seen. We have learned that it is memory, hope, I believe. It has been repaired, albeit by more malicious hands.
Let us begin. Right before we broached the light, I ran an Arcana check earlier on the 16, like, we'll re-roll or keep it. But specifically what Fane is looking for is a comparison of these braziers of light to the Mytherian braziers, as these braziers seem to hold the spirits associated in high regard, where the Mytherian braziers seem to do the inverse of that. Is there any correlation that I can ascertain?
The only correlation is that their light provides power. Therians, they believe that the light of their goddess burns, whereas this doesn't really have a faith with it. Simply is.
No worries.
Right. Party stride forward.
Mm-hmm.
So be it.
Reluctantly.
I'll take point if need be.
Right there with you.
I'll be on edge the entire time as we breach the light.
Step into the light.
One small piece to know about this, though. It is always this light that produces one known as the traitor.
Can we destroy it?
No.
Oh.
Maybe don't touch the flame.
Get that. As a safety for the future, remove that thought from your mind.
Remember your past to seek wisdom through your ambitions.
Does the party enter the violet light?
Yes.
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 Mm-hmm.
So be it. As you take your first steps into the light, around you, you see hundreds of others walk beside you. But then you see something quite grim. You see them in their final acts. Some are struck down by enemies. Some are struck down by friends. Each image locked the final end. And with each step forward, you see something else. Each of them, like a facet on a great gem, singular crystal, a focal point of color, brilliant and beautiful in its etchings and its carvings. The power of the prism. With each step across the snowy bridge, you can feel, more so than ever before, the presence of those that walk beside you. You start to see their forms slowly start to coincide with each other, coincide with you. The as if you are taking the exact same steps that those that have come before do so again. Each step, your stride becomes stronger. With each step, your stride becomes more focused. You can feel strength flow through you. There is something about this moment, in this place, at this time, in this point of your journey, which all roads come together. And then you see it above you, shining like a greater light, asking for nothing, and giving so much more. A star of 7 points. Hope fills your hearts. It is pure. It is true. And it is perhaps the greatest power that all of creation has to offer. Hope without will is a passing dream, and word without action is a broken promise. And each step forward grows easier, grows stronger, more ordained, more resistant, more independent, more of you.
While we're in there,
yeah.
Is there a certain scent that I can make out that I could memorize for this?
Sure.
Nice.
Say what it smells like.
All right.
It smells like purple.
Anyway,
Smells like
we have reached the end of what I have prepared for you. So I will need to prepare the next 3 sessions of the campaign because I only had these 2 maps ready to go. Oh boy!
Hand and
Here I go killing
Boy.
again.
Openly
Time for the
bawling.
brilliant colors of murder.
This will
All right.
either go so good or so bad. There's no
All
in
right,
between.
guys, it's time to pick your partner.
It's already gone horribly. I was
Time
gonna
to pick a
rebuild and
dancing
everything.
partners.
True.
Oh yeah, for the turn orders, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna work with Nara to redesign the stream template, and I'm probably going to stack your talkies next to each other to represent the Tide Souls. I might even commission Waymaker for some double talkies. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, that would be kind of cool.
Double doggies.
What was the name you said again? Is it Broken Solace or
Broken Solace?
Broken Solace.
Or excuse me, Solace Broken. That's it.
Solace Broken.
Yeah, sorry.
Neat.
Should we figure out who's pairing with who now, or?
Oh, I'll just be assigning it based off of my own machinations.
Damn it. Teacher decides seating.
Yeah, teacher decides seating.
That's terrible.
What's the
Your rogues together.
You can never sit with the boys.
You can never sit with the boys.
No, I get to do the fancy pantsy makeup corner with all the other girls.
Mazikeen
me,
and
I don't
Twilight
know
Mouse
any
is
of that
such a
stuff.
fucking
Look, all I'm
such a
saying-
binding.
Oh,
I will
I'm
tell. I
saying-
will tell you right now. I have plans for who I'm
I want
going
to be
to
next
assign.
to Elsie's tits.
don't worry, Mazikeen. I am not
Buy
a
me a
girly
drink, you may
girly.
find out.
Can
But
I do
anyway,
next Phoenix Shadowflame?
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
As we're starting to hit the Man, that's some old shit. Let me tell you.
End game.
Every time you play that music, I am on the verge of emotional damage.
Bro, my skin is crawling. Like I have this is insane.
Bro.
I know it's falling apart now, but I was surprised how well we were actually able to keep voices together.
I mean, it's really
Yeah,
not
'cause
that
it's
hard.
session.
It's not.
People, if you just respect each other, it's not that hard, you know. And you can
Just
use
wait
this.
until
We're
ahead.
doing
Just
so
wait
good,
until combat
guys.
starts.
God damn it.
Wait until the what, Cyber?
I think
Just wait until combat starts.
We'll
It is
have
what
to
it
shut the fuck up because we'll be on the tactician thing, so you know.
Yeah. Improve tactics.
I think the thing that'll get us is each of us trying to go through our bag of tricks every time we stop in front of like a point of interest. I think if there's like, okay, well, I know I might have something for the scenario, but like there's 3 of us in this group of 12 that know they have something that could be very interesting, and it's like kind of conceding at what point to use things, I think, would be super helpful.
Yeah, you can also just type out in the side chat if you want to do something or if you have something, and it will just get to you. It's fine. It's not, it's not a big deal.
Want to
Yeah, with
bonus
12
action
people,
cry.
that's kind of necessary when it comes. Like, if you want to speak to somebody in the side or whatever, like you have to.
Yeah, I saw
use
your guys'
text
Steve's
of it.
Cant conversation. That's pretty cool.
It's not every chat running faster than Twitch chat.
Anyway.
Throwing gang signs across the fucking.
God, why did you have to say that, Cyber? That just broke my heart a little bit.
Damn.
Foundry chat
no.
going faster than Twitch chat. Yeah, it used to be a lot faster.
Listen.
I mean, at least I can read it now. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching the night session. And I will see you guys next week for Solace Broken, the new multi-campaign. I'm about to do fan art. Yeah. We have fan art.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry, I'm going to put your atrocity on the screen. Don't worry.
You have fan art?
Oh, you saw it?
No, not
Yes,
atrocity
yes, I
fan art.
fucking saw it.
Oh no.
Oops, I dropped this.
Elsie's definitely bigger.
All right, here we fucking go.
You'll hurt his feelings, Elsie.
All right, so here's your fan art.
Bro, why
Phoenix
is this not like...
Shadowflame, an arch samurai kitsune from Glaeus, banished from his clan because he possesses the ability to crack both of his eyes, coating his dual sides, in violet flame, hence his namesake. Phoenix Shadowflame is a secretive yet outgoing, polite yet rude, and flirtatious yet self-respecting wielder of his ancient tradition. His would be put to the test again against the weakling Gaijins that is hubris to challenge its vital force. Fool, like the dew at the dawn, his split the heavens and carved the reality itself. I hate that. I hate all of that.
My eyes suddenly started hurting.
What an emotional passage.
You know, I understand the feeling.
Cocky Speedy character. Uh-oh.
One of the breastings I've seen old.
Elise and Twilight, yeah. Or Elsie, sorry. Sorry.
Elise.
It's happening
Sorry,
again.
wrong one.
That's my wife's name.
Yeah.
I'm prepping the collab. Dude, this goes hard. All inspection. Aw, geez, how come you get 2 cameos? Because we make communications.
Payoff is real.
Yeah, I love being an icon for everybody.
Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
For a whole new schmackadoodle of new stuff.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Woo!